I felt unsafe and that I wanted to leave the country.
What? She wanted to leave the country? Wait, they just moved to the Philippines without being there?
We could not find decent food. We were vegan at the time.
In every single dish there is meat.
You went to the supermarket and like the lines were forever and everything was done manually.
This is something that I found very annoying as well, especially like living in Manila.
Like people actually wants to help.
Like genuinely want to help.
Yes.
It's not
What is happening here? You don't know, you're not used to that friendliness, and Filipino people are just next level. What's up, Philippines? Welcome back to another reaction video with your host Nelly. Hello, nice to meet you again. As you guys know, I've been living in the Philippines for 3.5 years. I'm very familiar with the culture, and I do these reaction videos of the Philippines to just see, to learn, to smile, to have a good time with you guys as well. And today I am actually reacting to a video of 2 foreigners visiting the Philippines, and the title of the video is Foreigners' First Opinions About the Philippines. I'm very much looking forward to that one. I will share my first reaction that I had when I came to the Philippines, but I'm very curious to see how these two, I'm not familiar with them yet, but how these two react to the first time being in the Philippines and just being exposed to a whole different culture, environment, landscape, all of the things, foods. So I would say let's just jump straight into it, shall we?
A little bit scared as well, to be honest. I felt unsafe and that I wanted to leave the country.
when we first arrived.
What? She wanted to leave the country?
Too happy about it. Specifically said that this would not be a country where we settle down in. We couldn't just understand how anything worked. Welcome to another day in
Paradise!
Yes, we're in paradise. We're in Siargao. And today, what are we doing, babe?
We got some questions.
Okay, very dramatic beginning, I must say. I'm just like so intrigued to see why. Like what happened to them.
We got some questions a few weeks ago, and a lot of people asked like what we think of the Philippines, and so we think this episode is gonna
Be us
be
talking about that.
like why did we actually move to the Philippines?
Oh, they moved?
And our likes and also a few dislikes about living in the Philippines.
Okay.
To be able to do this, I think we need some coffee, we need some snacks. So let's head over and get some panda surf.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Wait, they just moved to the Philippines without being there? Like, alright. Interesting. At least I assume. I mean, it's the first reaction, right? First opinions. Pandesal. Carabao.
Yes, they're right in Tawin. Figured if we're gonna talk about what we love about the Philippines,
Tawi,
why not talk
Tawi.
about it at our most beloved place within the Philippines, which is right there.
and we have a few things. We're gonna plant this little one, and we're gonna show you what we did last time.
Yeah, and we're kind of failing with that thing last time, so that's why we need this one.
Yeah, and we didn't upload a video last week because I've been a little bit sick. Nothing
Nothing serious, hopefully?
dangerous.
Yeah.
What do you say? What?
Nothing too serious?
Yeah, nothing too serious. It was just a small cold, but I was coughing and it was not very nice to film that. So now I'm better and we have a lot of things to do.
Even though I'm just in love with Philippines right now,
Okay.
when we first
At least.
arrived, I wasn't actually too happy about it. We specifically said that this would not be a country where we settle down in, and I would love it.
Okay.
But we arrived in Cebu in March 2020, so right when the lockdowns were happening.
Okay, I see.
And so I think the big piece, the number one, is we could not find decent food. We were vegan at the time, and trying to find vegan food in Cebu City as a total novice and having no idea where to go, impossible.
Okay, first of all, yeah, it's probably not the best country to travel to if you're vegan, because even your chop suey, that should actually just be vegetables, comes usually with pork or chicken or bacon or I don't know what. That's like in every single dish there is meat or some kind of like animal produce. Now it explains why they love the Philippines. But oh my god, yeah, it is challenging for vegans to find some options, especially in a country where pork is the main meat source or the main Like it's in every dish. It's like in Bosnia, if you don't eat meat, I mean, is it even a meal?
We just couldn't find any decent food at all. What we're fiddling today with is this entrance. This is the entrance to
Cute.
the property. You got that stretching out with a fence on both sides. And then when you enter, the idea is to have these massive plants coming up. And we only did a tiny stretch so far, but we really like the combination of these banana trees and I'm not sure what they're called actually, but we call these guys
Elephant ear.
elephant ears,
Yeah.
which I think is really, really cool. But they're all kind of dying at us after we replanted them. So hopefully with today's little pruning, they can do better.
Oh, it's probably their property, I guess.
Coffee?
It's coffee time already.
This is Copico actually. So
3 in 1.
real coffee.
Filipino coffee.
Yeah, true.
I think actually people are curious about why we didn't like the Philippines in the beginning.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Okay, so food was one thing, right? We couldn't find any decent vegan food, which were at the time we're no longer vegans.
I think a lot
And
has changed.
also, we couldn't just understand how anything worked. Nothing made any sense. You went to the supermarket, and like the lines were forever, and everything was done manually, and we couldn't find what
Oh
we
my-
needed.
One thing that I'm thinking of,
can
like
feel
it's not
them.
why we didn't like the Philippines, but one thing that's different. So
Okay, I would say that's not a reason not to like the Philippines, especially when I came to Southeast Asia for the very first time. I realized that a lot of things are different from the Western world, of course. And yeah, especially like things like going to the supermarket can take some time and nerves. And yeah, but what I love is that people are just very chill about it. So nobody's stressing out. In Austria, for example, where I'm from, people would get mad and start screaming, "Can somebody come to the cashier's desk?" And people should go start pushing the cart to your butt, and it would just be like this hostile environment. So I don't really like going to supermarkets, grocery shopping. I like to have my groceries delivered, just mainly because of the reason that I know that it takes a lot of time to just go there and get my groceries done.
when we went to the store in the Philippines the first times, and there is a queue to the cashier, and sometimes there were no queue. Like people were just standing like in not a line. It just stood like wherever, and it felt like people.
Not the British way, lady.
Yeah, cut in line and go first. And in Sweden, that's really rude. We are
Yeah.
really strict with our queues and
You
lines.
respect the
You
queue,
have to stay
Yeah.
in the queue. Like, there, of course, it happens that people do it as well, but everyone will be super mad at that person, right? So that was
They
something
want
that
you
we
to
thought was a little bit annoying. I also thinking about like going to the market. Like we are used to, you going to the supermarket and you find everything. You find everything from veggies to fruit to rice to pasta to meat, like whatever you want to have. Here, which we like now, like you have to go to the market to find fish. You have to go to the market, to the veggie market to find veggies. We have to go to one store to buy. Whatever, you know, and
Yeah.
as I said, we used to go to one place, and here you have to go to like
All of
10
the
places
places.
to do your like normal shopping, which was a little bit annoying in the beginning.
And to be fair, it was COVID times. The supply chains were having problems.
Yeah, okay.
Even we came from Australia
Fair
and they were
enough.
running out of toilet paper, right?
Yeah.
So everyone was having problem at the time, but it was such a big difference from what we were used to.
Okay, so I do have to admit, this is something that I found very annoying as well, especially like living in Manila. I had to go to several department stores to decorate my condo, for example, or just simply get a few things, especially when you're in the province or on islands as well. You know, there is a fish market for fish, then you go to the meat shop for meat, then you go to the veggie market, then you go to the sari store for, you know, some herbs and spices and whatnot. It's very, very different. Especially my first market experience was just wow, like so many impressions, so many smells that I was not used to, because in Austria the supermarkets are just like there's no smell, right? Yeah, but I mean, I love it now. I love going to markets. If you follow me on Instagram here, you will see me wherever I travel. I just go to the markets. I love it.
And I also think, yeah, to be fair, like we have to count in COVID in all this, because everything was not like it used to be. There is
Yeah.
an insect on my arm.
There was a partial shot, right? We're talking about tourists being like trapped in pig boxes and like really extreme measures in the beginning of COVID. I'm not sure if that was rumors or if that actually happened.
Pink boxes.
Yeah, hopefully it was only rumors, but that made us a little bit scared as well, to be honest. I felt unsafe and that I wanted to leave the country. We have been here for 2 years now, and
Interesting.
I feel super
Super
safe, like wherever we go.
Yeah,
Boom.
same. I can relate. So yeah, COVID time, of course, was the beginning, especially was very intense, I think, for all of us. So I can't really consider that as a normal experience. There were times where I thought to myself, I just want to kind of like leave. But with leaving, I meant leaving Siargao Island, where I was stranded, to go back home to Manila. I didn't want to leave the country. It was just like the military was driving up and down, and like go home at 7 p.m. We were not allowed to go to the beach. You know, it was just like very, very strict. Especially as foreigner, you stand out, so you had to comply with all the rules. And it put a lot of pressure on the mental health as well. But we're all over it. We're here, back smiling, so all is good.
That's how it looked like. It looks tiny right next to this banana tree, but hopefully it will grow into a very nice hibiscus eventually and be part of our entrance. The whole point here is for this to be a jungle. Every time we come home, we're met by this big round circle and entering into the jungle.
Cute.
So looking forward to that. Okay, let's go upstairs. We got some property signs to cut up. I must say, one of the things I really love about Philippines is the nature here.
Yes.
Even though,
Same.
because everything grows so quickly compared to back home, the kind of tropical climate. But right now, that's also a bit of a hindrance. Our
Yeah.
stairs and land is just continuously overgrowing, and we can't really be bothered to do anything about it. It's just
It's
plants
very
everywhere.
lush and green.
All right, what do you want
So
to do?
nice. I love it.
Wanna fix the stairs, or do you wanna fix the private property signs?
The stairs, because I slipped before.
Okay, let's do the stairs. All right, it's a new fresh day here. We didn't have too much to share out on the land last time, so figure we continue this vlog today. We're at Homemade Taste in Siargao. We're gonna get
they are in
nice
Siargao.
vegan
Lots
homemade
of
food, and we're playing
vegan
Jenga.
options.
How are we doing, babe?
Ah, okay, they're in Tawin in Siargao. Okay, I was like, what? They're in Tawi? That is like a whole different area. That's why I was like, why are they staying there?
Pretty good. I'm gonna win.
I'm not too sure about that. Look at this move then. Boom.
Okay, playing games.
Alright, back to the topic at hand. I've gotta say though that the people in Philippines are just the most smiling
Yes.
and kind people that I ever met during my travels. Right from the get-go, when I came here during COVID, there was a lot of restrictions, but yet the individual people were always super friendly to us.
Yeah.
Really tried to help us out in any way they could. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and as I said, when my mom was here, when she was like falling, people always try to help, and that's what we've been feeling all the time, right? Like people actually wants to help.
Like genuinely want to help.
Yes.
It's not a question about money,
Yes.
it's not a question about favors and refavors, it's all about just a genuine like friendliness.
I agree, and I think I said this on this channel already. I remember my first encounter with somebody who wanted to guide me the way, and I'm like, does this guy want to scam us? Does he want money? Like, and I literally just refused to receive any help because I'm like, no. Like, you know, as a tourist coming to a Southeast Asian country, you're like, oh, is this person going to, like, I don't know, what is happening here? You don't know, you're not used to that friendliness. And I must say, also having that first entry to Southeast Asia through Thailand, I thought that Thai people are very, very friendly, but I do have to say Filipino people are just next level. They invite you to their home, although they just saw you on the street, they will drink beer with you, cook for you. Very great hosts, help you out wherever they can, always have a smile on their face. Even like during craziest traffic on EDSA in Manila, you will not see any sort of road rage. You know, you will just kind of like look to the right, look to the left, and if people make eye contact with you, they're just smiling. And that's what I love on a day-to-day basis about the life in the Philippines.
I love that.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yum. What is
And I
that?
think this is also how we're solving for the not finding good food in the Philippines. We find the right places. This is a great vegan place. in Siargao. Oh,
There's
sorry.
plenty in Siargao.
And we always love the food here. And this time it's tempura tofu and tofu Chinese style teriyaki.
That dog wants a bite. He's like, is there some for me, please? Yes? No? Aww.
That was homemade taste, so let's get Fido down to the beach.
Oh, I miss Siargao Beach. So nice. Low tide. Sniffing.
What do you love about the Philippines, babe?
The beach.
The beach.
Philippines was actually not nominated. What do you say?
Yeah,
like
they
winners
won an award, yeah.
to like the best beach destination in the world.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And we're living here!
So we had to rush home because it started to rain. It really feels like we are in the rainy season right now. It just started here on Siargao. I know it's a bit different from like the rest of the Philippines, or Manila, whatever. But it started to rain, so we head back home, and
Now it's sunny again.
now it's sunny again. But that's how rainy season is here, right? It's raining a little bit, and then sun.
Yeah.
It's raining a little bit. It's back and forth.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's it for this vlog. If you liked it as always, do help us down
Nice.
by clicking the
Okay.
subscribe button.
Perfect. Definitely give them a follow. I will link them down below. Seems to be a very lovely couple. I hope they will connect with 8 miles from home, my friends in Siargao. And maybe I'll see them on my next trip to Siargao in March. Who knows? So yeah, that was it for today, guys. Let me know what you think. If those things that they mentioned is something that you can relate to, I definitely could relate to it. Yeah, maybe I should do a video on my channel, Nelly's Life, about my first impressions that I had versus how I feel about the Philippines now. So that is a great video idea, Nelly. Smart thinking here. I'll see you guys next time here on What's Up Philippines?